Hi, my name's Billy Turnbow with Cisco Tech. In this video, I'm going to step through the process of creating UC services and service profiles for Jabber on Unified Communications Manager. There are 4 different deployment configuration options for a Jabber client. Full UC deployment, where Jabber can use phone, instant messaging, and presence features. IM only, where Jabber does not have phone services, but only instant messaging and presence. Phone-only mode, where Jabber only has the phone services, no contact list, instant messaging, or presence. And phone mode with contacts, where Jabber still only has phone services, but retains the list of contacts like instant messaging mode. For this video, I will configure Jabber in full UC deployment. Let's start with the UC services from the User Management, User Settings, and UC Service option. Click Add New to create a new UC service. This will contain all the services Jabber will use, including CDI, voicemail, IM and presence, conferencing, and directory resources, as well as the Jabber client configuration file. I'll select the directory first. This UC service is only required if you're using Active Directory for your contact source. If we wanted to use Communications Manager instead, then there's no need to create a directory source here. For the product type, choose Enhanced Directory, as this is the current Jabber standard to use CDI or Cisco Directory Integration. For the name and description, this can be whatever you want. For the hostname section, it's recommended to use the fully qualified domain name, assuming we are using DNS and trying to avoid certificate prompts. This standard should follow throughout the configuration. It's also recommended to use port 3268 or 3269 for global catalog resources. That's all we need, so we can save the directory service configuration. Follow the same process to create CDI, IM and presence, and voicemail services. Now with our UC services completed, the next step is to create the service profile under User Management, User Settings, and Service Profile. Click Add New and complete the fields. As this is the default service profile, I'm going to fill in all the UC services I created before. For the directory profile, we have some options. If we're going to use Communications Manager for contact resolution, we only need to check the option Use UDS for contact resolution. Everything else here will be ignored. This is important because if this box is checked by mistake and we want to use the Active Directory UC service, Jabber will ignore any other configuration in the directory profile. Secondly, checking the box Use Logged On User Credential will assume Jabber wants to use Active Directory resources, but it will ignore the directory username and password configured below. Instead, Jabber will use each user's login credentials to query Active Directory for contact resolution. But if we want to use a standard account for the purpose of running queries on users in Active Directory, this option should be left blank and the fields populated with that account information. Here's what that looks like. This method also allows for search-based control to avoid overwhelming the Active Directory server. Finally, we can complete the rest of the service profile. At last, we've completed the default service profile for Jabber users with full IM and presence serviceability. Let's check a user to complete this process and get Jabber working. From the end user page, we can see that the service profile we created has been added here. All we need to do to enable this user for Jabber is check the box Enable User for Unified CM, IM, and Presence and save the configuration. From the user's system, launch Jabber and fill in the credentials. When Jabber loads, it will connect to Communications Manager and pull the service profile assigned to the user, which tells Jabber which services and servers to connect to for capabilities. As you can see, this Jabber client has full UC access with contacts, instant messaging, presence, voicemail, and phone service icons. Please check out the next video in this series to learn how to deploy Jabber in IM only, phone only mode, and phone mode with contacts. Thank you for watching.